The real value of this class for me was the compositional freedom it allowed, that you could try out specific ideas without putting them in a context. You could just try them out to see how this texture sounded, or this harmonic progression sounded, or this combination of instruments sounded. And it's very liberating because you didn't have to have something fully conceived in your mind. You could try something out in a very rough draft.
Well, many had said in the past that it's impossible to teach composition. The reason being that the place that creativity comes from, the place where the music comes from, is so private on the one hand and mysterious on the other hand, to say the least. But Augusta, in my view, being the exceptional teacher that she is an example to the contrary.
I mean, I think the main thing that we can do to learn about music is to work with a live musician and realize how are they going to phrase it, how are they going to bow it, what kind of vibrato, what kind of information do they need, what's clear in the notation. It's to be able to touch the sound in a very fun and safe environment, and to be able to be willing to revise things on the spot, I think is so welcome.
We've been working with subsets of musicians, and we'll bring in a small amount of music every single time and work on it with them, get their feedback, get feedback from other composers in the class.
You're not quite all the way. Start just banging it off as the gesture keeps going.
The composers conducted their own pieces. They actually had to show the music, prepare everything. That's an incredible experience to have to physicalize your music, communicate it to professionals, and really essentially have it in your own body. Because sometimes we as composers can get very up here, and we're busy up here, but we forget somebody has to breathe, and somebody else has to lift the bow, and somebody else has to change the percussion mallets. And once you're in the piece, you realize there's so many technical layers that have to be elegant.
If all of a sudden time and space work in the middle, then the bridge is not. Yeah. So
sometimes if a student is conducting, they feel they have to be like a conductor, so all of a sudden, you know, it's very much at the baton, and it's all focused right here, and one can get very stiff. Like, I felt that was a little bit the case in this particular student at that moment. I think he's fabulous and very musical, so I just said, try it without the baton, and then immediately his whole body changed, and he's, you know, just showing the music exactly as it was, perfectly. I mean, it was just so holistic, and that's what I mean. It's so important for them to put it in their own body.